99 problems, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. They ain't covering my cloth, they tugging it. Putting up numbers, 99 problems, and I still kept it 100. Yeah, who don't play, who play, who play, play, 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 who don't. Long time coming, black on the bottom of my feet from running, cataracts under my eyes from hustling, going from buying to selling to customers, run up the business, God is my witness, run up the sun up from Monday to Sunday, we maxing the limits, my mind running like Tom Cruise on an action movie, moving a mission, they say that I'm tripping, I've been told I need a vacation, I'm finessing a visit, first class, my feet up high in the air on business,
yeah. What's up, man? I'm your boy Tom Capone. Welcome to TSR Live, where we celebrate the culture, debate the norms, and share opinions on trending topics.
We do. And hey, roomies, it's Kiki. And look, this show is all about you. So we need you to tap in, join the conversation, get in the YouTube chat. Let's run it up and get in this conversation together, okay?
Yes, sir. What's up, my people? I am Zach Bug, and this is TSR Live. This is the place where you'll hear from your favorite artists, reality stars, content creators, and influencers. I'm telling you, the people who are shaping the culture will be right here.
Yeah, that's right, man. It's the Shade Room Live. Y'all ready? Let's get it.
Woo, woo.
All right, man. This is going to be great. Now, how about this? It's a lot happening. The top 5 TSR stories of the week, man. It's time to go through them, everybody. You ready?
I'm ready.
Yeah, man. Look, Nelly's attorney is pushing back after he was arrested yesterday for allegedly possession of ecstasy and lack of insurance. What do y'all think about that?
He didn't do it. Free Nelly, okay? Free Nelly. I just got some insurance. He didn't mean no harm.
Hey, man. I ain't saying he is, but that look like a high look right there, man.
On his face.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying he owns something, but man, that's a look of somebody.
All I'm gonna say is this. Look.
What?
I like my old school rappers on old school drugs. Okay, I don't want them to pull over Nelly talking about he on opioids or perk 30s. No, old school ecstasy.
There you go. So you should be proud.
Doing his thing.
But what about riding dirty though? That's crazy.
He got a lot to celebrate. That man got a baby. You know, he with his new wife allegedly, and he's happy. Mm-hmm. And they say he wants some money at the casino. So what you do after you win some money at the casino?
Pop a little X.
Oh, is that what you do?
No, only sometimes.
They call you X-Tone?
Oh, okay.
I'm just playing, bro.
Let me tell you, I know a dude told me a story, said he had some ecstasy so good that he washed his hands under the water. He just washed his hands for like an hour. That's how good the ecstasy made him wash.
I thought it make you freaky.
It make you feel good.
Oh,
like just the simplest touch will make you feel good.
Okay.
Sound like somebody that knows.
Yeah, it sounds like you do it all the time. But anyway,
whatever.
Let's get into this now. Who's surprised by this one? Lauryn Hill announced that the Fugees North American tour has been canceled, and she got on social media to tell fans. Now, I'm confused on why it's just a North American portion. Like, if I'm not messing with you in North America, why would I go anywhere else with you? That's my concern.
They hate each other, bro.
Yes.
They just come out and say it.
I think what they really said was that the tickets weren't selling in America. Y'all didn't buy them Fuji tickets. Okay, that's why they canceled.
If they not selling here, what they gonna sell?
They selling in Africa.
Yeah. Oh, your people get
my people.
All right. It. Shout out to Africa.
Okay. All right. But again, they don't like each other.
Exactly. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Also, y'all, Young Thug is apparently getting tired of court. Like literally, the rapper is going viral for appearing to be asleep in court this week.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, man. Court is. You imagine what you got to go through in your cell thinking about going to court. Now, you know, that's got to be crazy. Of course you're tired. He just took a little quick nap and they caught him.
He's sleeping good.
That's a good
Thug is tired of this whole case. Like, at this point, you know what I'm saying? Don't have me in court this long. Just lock me up and give me a time frame that I can get out. You want me to sit in court and listen to this? If I'm him, I'm asleep too. I'm child.
You know that chair probably way more comfortable than his cell bed.
Oh, man, it's probably. And it's air conditioned in that courtroom.
Right.
That would feel good. They like, I'm gonna get me one of these, man. But we want to know right now who's capping. Vice President Kamala Harris's camp is saying no one from her team called Cenat and about a live stream, about even look at this. Look at this. He's going crazy about a live stream that may or may not was asked for him to do it. Now, do you believe him?
Yeah, I believe. I don't know if it was
somebody called him.
I don't know if it was somebody from his camp. I don't know if somebody from the camp called him, but you heard when Aiden on the Aiden Ross guy, when Trump went on her stuff, everybody was saying Kai has to get Kamala. Yeah. Somebody called Kai. Now, was it from Kamala's camp? I don't know, but I think somebody definitely called the man.
Okay, but you just can't get on the internet saying somebody called you to represent the vice president of the country. You can't do that, Zach.
No, he said the Secret Service was reaching out.
I'm sure if it was the Secret Service, then she would confirm that. If they're saying they didn't call this man, I don't think they called him.
Kiki, they call it.
Saying because Trump went on a streamer's platform, Trump want to come on O Block. That don't mean that Kamala want to do the same thing.
I mean, this is the thing.
I'm just saying,
Kiki, you can't get a woman do something wrong.
She can absolutely do something wrong. It's not about her being a woman, but if she said, if I say I did not call Zach, then that means I did not call. I don't know who called you on my behalf. That don't mean.
No, see, the thing is, the Secret Service called and they wanted to keep it a secret, and then they got embarrassed, and now they want to act like ain't nobody called.
Okay, there it is. So we'll go with that story. We'll go with that story.
You go with that. Okay. Now, Zach, I know you a fraternity man, and you can comment on this next story. Okay, Donald Trump, he held an impromptu press conference today in Mar-a-Lago, and he compared his crowd on January 6th at the Capitol riots to a crowd that Dr. Martin Luther King, your fraternity brother, could pull. So he basically said he bring the people out better than Dr. King do. Explain.
One thing about Trump, he just gonna tell you anything. Okay. He ain't never seen a Martin Luther King speech in his life. Okay. Martin Luther King did the I Have a Dream speech in 1963. Okay, Trump was like 15, 16 years old. You wasn't there, Trump. Shut up. You don't know how many people was there.
Trump say, I bring the city out, baby.
He sound like a promoter for a club, bro. It's like, I got the best parties in the city, man.
What the roomie saying about this?
Let's
check in.
Oh my gosh, man. What are the roomies saying about this, man? What they saying, Kiki?
Zach, let me see.
Come on.
Trying to read from over here. What you tell us?
They keep saying not from O Block, man. Not from O Block.
Yes.
Man, this whole story, man. Trump just is like, you know what? Hey guys,
O Block.
I am going to just say, you know what? I'm gonna say anything.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
It's gonna work anytime I say something, man. But some people are saying stuff about a gospel artist, Kiki.
Oh, you know, I love Erica Campbell. She's trending right now because she was at the Stella Awards and she made some debatable comments about Diddy and his redemption. Erica stated, "Down here, as in on earth, you're gonna reap your consequences of your choices. Amen. Down here, you're gonna pay for some of the things you have done. It just is what it is. But does God forgive and redeem? Yes, he does. Now, will the people though? So I want to ask you guys, do you think Diddy can be forgiven?
I think the people that are going to have problems forgiving Diddy are the people that went down. Well, I mean, when it went down with whoever allegedly.
Oh, you saying the victims?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think they forgiven.
Okay.
I don't know, man. But I mean, when you say down here, we all know church folks gonna try to forgive for stuff that real people gonna look at you like, come on now, man. I know.
Well, I just think he can be forgiven. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't forgetting nothing.
Well, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? We forgive you. I can't forgive you because you ain't do nothing to me, Diddy.
Right.
But if you did, I don't know if I would forgive you. So that's up to the victims to forgive them.
Yeah, you gotta talk to the Lord.
I ain't forgot.
Yeah.
I ain't forgot. That video of him and Cassie is still running in my head. I can't forget that.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't forget it at least.
I mean, it's another case of music. It's another case where we basically all grew up in a Diddy situation. We all like, yo, Warshawn John, listen to the records, watch him go and sell alcohol to people. But in the sense of you just like, you look at it like, dang, Diddy, like you really let us down in a sense. Do you think he can come back? No,
it's gonna take a lot. He gonna have to go. He's gonna take
2-3
years.
He's not coming back, bro.
No, everybody can be forgiven, guys. You got to talk to the Lord, talk to the lady, and change your heart. That's what matters. Okay, you change your heart, and things can be forgiven.
And change your name again.
There you go.
There it is.
He had a good run. He could still help people from behind the scenes. He's still a mogul. I'm not saying the out front Diddy is over. The out front guy, like, yo, hey man, I'm Diddy. Nah, it's cool. He could still help people. He could still give jobs out. He could still be an entrepreneur. But the guy in the front of the thing, I think that's a wrap.
He can't dance in the videos no more. He got to change his catchphrase. Take that. Don't sound good no more. It just don't. It don't sound good no more. He got to get a new one.
Why are you like that?
All right.
Oh my
Here we
God.
go. TikTokers had a lot to say about this year's Lollapalooza festival here in Chicago, including the smell and the large crowds. Look how many damn people this is.
Oh my God.
You were one of them. You were one of them,
Yeah,
right
you was
there.
out there, Zach.
Yeah, I actually went out there to go see one of the greatest rappers of all time, one of
There
the
you go.
GOATs, Future. So I had to go see Super, and he did exactly what he was supposed to do.
Yeah,
Yes, he did.
this crowd is too much. I don't love any artist that much to go sit in that crowd. I don't give a damn what song you done put out. I don't want to see nobody if I got to stand around that many people. So Lollapalooza, it's a cute little vibe, but standing in a crowd like that, it's just not.
That's crazy.
No,
you know what? Festivals are needed. I love festivals, and yeah, that is it. Looking at it looks crazy, but when you're in it, it's not as crazy. One thing I do say,
we talking about, yes, it is.
You had VIP the whole weekend, sir.
He had a cart taking him from tent to tent. Talking about it ain't that bad.
Right. Talking about when was you out there? I don't see you on the screen in the little circle. I didn't see
hate
you.
y'all, man. I was trying to be a man of a people,
baby,
man.
you know how big people, that is not for us. Okay. I was fighting for my life down to the Lollapalooza. Okay.
Okay,
It's
they need
hot.
air conditioning.
Yeah, they need air conditioner. They need a deodorant station. Okay. They need a lot of things.
Oh, I can tell you, Lollapalooza for real. On some real stuff, I saw a lot of sponsors you had out there. You need a degree like spot where somebody can just refresh. Yeah, I promise you, spray on or something, man. It was crazy.
It was crazy, and it's definitely nowhere for a little person.
Oh yeah, Zach.
These big,
I was
tall,
scared for
giant.
you.
I'm trying to see Future. These 2 7-foot dudes gonna come stand in front of me. I said, "Hey, big man, move your ass up the way, man. Come on, man. Please."
Hey, man. Well, look, let's jump into something, man. There's a lot of fun to talk about. It's some TSR politics. Let's get it. Who's running the politics bumper, man? Let's get that going, boys, please. Shout out to you guys.
Oh,
Dang.
politics.
I was like, politics. All right. Shout out to the roomies. What's good? Hey, let's get to it, man. But join us right now is our Shade Room political correspondent, A.B. Burns Tucker, and she is here to discuss how this election could shape the Supreme Court for the next 20 years. What's up, baby?
Hey.
What it do? What it do?
Hey,
Can we
welcome
just
back.
take one time to just cheer for AB?
Come on, AB.
You know what I'm saying? Fresh off the bar. Congratulations.
Congratulations, man.
Thank you.
All right. You just took the bar exam. How you feeling? And just tell everybody why you decided to become a lawyer.
Ciao. First of all, when I tell you that the bar exam turned me every which way except for loose, okay, it worked me, and I just kept fighting back. So we're gonna see. We get results in November, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, that bar exam, it did a number on me. In terms of why I got into law, right? So actually, my brother was wrongfully convicted when he was 15 years old and sentenced to 50 years to life in prison. And I just didn't appreciate how the court was able to pull the wool over my eyes like that. And I wanted to know the insides on, well, how does this work? Like, how are y'all able to do that? And so that's what motivated me to actually go to law school and kind of learn the law. Because what I realized is that y'all keep talking around us and using all these laws against us, and we don't even know what y'all talking about. So let me go get inside, get a seat at the table, and learn as much as I can learn. And so that's what actually brought me through that journey.
I love that.
Yep, and I'm happy you got on this, sis. You came right along when we needed you. Tell us about what's coming up in your TSR news segment.
Yeah, so we are talking about the Supreme Court in this segment. And the reason why this is important is because depending on who the next president gonna be, they could likely get 1 or up to 3 new Supreme Court justice picks, right? And that could actually change the scope of our lives and our futures for a cool minute, right? It could affect our kids and our kids' kids, depending on how the decisions are made. And so I think people need to keep that in the back of their minds as they are going into this election and understanding that the court is absolutely on the ballot.
All right, AB.
Wow.
AB, now excuse my Gary public school education. Why is the Supreme Court and its justices important to this election?
Absolutely, because when you think about it, the justices are kind of the final say when it comes to laws, right? So you have Congress that drafts laws and write laws, but when you go to court, it is the court who interprets those laws. And so what the Supreme Court does is they interpret what they thought the legislators were talking about when they came up with these particular laws, right? So when you look at things such as Roe v. Wade, right, and how Dobbs was overturned, well, that happened because this Supreme Court interpreted it different. Like, y'all don't have the right to an abortion, actually. That ain't none of our business as the court. Matter of fact, we're going to give that back to the states, or so they say. But we see how that has affected our lives. When you think of issues such as the Fifth Amendment, right, and Miranda rights, where this court has said, well, if the police don't read you on Miranda, they ain't all the way wrong. And, you can't really just be suing them because of that or whatever, right? So depending on who you have on the bench in the court can determine how they interpret the laws and how they should be implemented in our everyday lives. And so again, this type of decisions can have lasting effects. When you look at the fact that we had Roe v. Wade for over 50 years. Now we got Dobbs, and we're trying to figure it out as states, and every state is something different. So you see white women running from the South like runaway slaves trying to get health care at this point because they have taken that right away. However, this court doesn't feel like they're taking rights away. What they feel like is they are putting it back in the hands of the people. And one reason why that could be dangerous is because if you take it back to the founding, even James Madison was like, well, people is kind of messed up. They could be a little scandalous, you know what I mean? They could be a little selfish, and you don't really know how your neighbor feeling today. So if we don't make the right decisions as people and we don't have any type of oversight on that, that could end us up in some dangerous territory, right? Yes. And so again, that goes back to why this Supreme Court is so important, because you have Justice Thomas, who is 76 years old. He done been on the bench since Bush, like almost 30 years, right? Still making decisions for us. Well, we don't necessarily always agree, right? The public is not necessarily agreeing with where he's coming from. This boy, he got a white wife talking about, well, we should probably look at the rules of the law when it comes to interracial marriage. You are interracially married, sir, right? So it's important to understand, like, the court has a lot of power, and we allow them that power. And so what we really want is a court who not really always flip-flopping, but is more aligned with how the American people think.
Yeah. Hey, AB, I want to put the roomies on real quick. As you know, presidential candidate Kamala Harris has announced her vice president running mate. His name is Tim Walz. Black people call him Tim Walz. And he is the governor of Minnesota. There he is.
Now, AB, what do you think, man? Did Harris make the right VP choice with Walz to appeal to folks who aren't really into politics?
You know what? I think Harris made a great choice, right? I think if you see the energy that came out after this announcement, the people are excited for Walz, right? And I've been calling him Walz too. We're going to get it together, coach. We're going to figure it out. But I think he's a good choice because in this particular ticket, I think everybody can see a little bit of something of themselves in there, right? You see an all-American dad, and those, America, we've been struggling. The baby daddies of America, they kind of left us hanging a little bit. So this is a nice little change, right? But he's this all-American person, right? He seems just very down to earth, and he seems like someone who can meet people where they are. And I think the American people have been frustrated with our previous administrations because they don't really move how we move. You know what I'm saying? And now you see Auntie Kamala up there. She giving you the mom look and stop playing with me. You heard me talking. Let me finish what I got to say, right? People can relate to that. When you look at Walz, right, the American people can relate to that. Him going to the fair, right? Him feeding children, right? In his state, like allowing children to have free lunch. The average American is struggling with particular issues like that, right? People mad at him because he put tampons in the bathroom, but people don't understand, like, tampons is expensive and everybody ain't got it like that. So I think the fact that he can get down to the ground level and like really appeal to the average American citizen makes him a very strong candidate. And we didn't really know him that much before, right? We couldn't really get in his business and judge him too much before. But what we finding out about him, for the most part, we pretty much love.
He just kind of seemed like just that good white man, and you be your neighbor.
Yeah, one of your favorite teachers.
Yeah, like your favorite teacher that help out with the when the basketball team need fundraising and they need somebody to.
No, when the basketball players need a ride home.
Yeah.
Well, y'all know he was a football coach, little high school football coach out in his town, and You know, I don't know how to use jumper cables, but if I ever needed some, I'm sure I can knock on his door. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Crazy work. Shout out to the roomies commenting. Make sure you keep commenting. Hey, I want to thank you a whole bunch, AB, man. And make sure you check out AB's segment about the Supreme Court on the Shade Room's YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that is.
Yeah, man. That girl a lawyer. Hey, man, it's been a great show, and this is going to keep it going, man. How about it? Joining us to further this conversation on the Vice President Picks is former Republican congressional candidate Joe Collins. What up, Joe? What's happening?
What's up? How y'all doing?
We good, brother.
Joe.
All right, I'm going to ask you a question, man.
Joe, I don't know. Joe, you clean, brother. I don't know if you Joe Collins or Joe the singer.
I'm trying to get my Jane St. Patrick going right now. You know
That boy clean,
You
man.
fresh.
Yeah.
All right, Joe, let me ask you a question, man. What's your thoughts on J.D. Vance approaching Kamala's plane on that tarmac? That pull-up was kind of weird, brother.
This is what I think about it. You know, it's a lot of times you'll see the president and vice president not taking any questions from the media. They don't do any public media responses. So he did what he had to do in order to, one, draw attention, and two, try to get some type of public response. One thing that you got to understand when you're in politics or when you're running for office is controlling the media is extremely important. And if you're not getting immediate attention, if you're a Republican from left-wing media sources, then you got to put yourself in that position and vice versa. So he did what he had to do. I probably would have did the same thing.
Wow.
Oh, okay.
All right, Joe, you would pull it up. I see you, brother.
All right, cool.
All right, Joe, I got to ask you, man, do you think the Democrats are underestimating Blacks and Latinos for Trump?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, especially when it comes to Black men. I mean, you can go around to any city, any inner city, and talk to Black men, and they'll tell you that they rock with Donald Trump. Not just because he got some felony convictions or whatever the case may be with that situation, but for one, they'll tell you he keeps it real and he says it like it is. And two, you have a lot of Black men and Latinos who are aspiring businessmen, and they want those tax breaks. They want to be able to replicate what other successful people do. And with a person like Donald Trump, it emboldens a lot of people to take chances. And they see that when you have a lot of Democrats, you see the Democrat Party is majority empowered by women. And I think a lot of times Black men don't necessarily want to follow a woman. And so this is their time to step out of the shadows and try to find their footing in the political space.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Now, Joe, I want to ask you, do you feel that the Republican attack on Waltz for having stolen valor is ridiculous for a man who served in the National Guard for 24 years? How do you feel about that?
I think that they have a point. You know what I'm saying? He dropped out and decided to retire right before his deployment. As a U.S. Navy veteran myself, I actually served boots on the ground in 2008 doing Operation Iraqi Freedom, and I couldn't drop out and retire. So I think that is one of the biggest reasons why he's getting a lot of slack for that. Even with him being a VP, I think that the Democrats could have did a real better job. One thing that they didn't take into consideration is that when you're running for office, especially president of the United States, delegates comes into place, and you're going to need a lot of delegates. Now, a better choice would have been a governor of Pennsylvania, because Pennsylvania is a larger state. You get more delegates than a guy like Walsh. And you got to remember, during the 2020 year after George Floyd had died, they literally burned down the Minneapolis, Minnesota. And he was the governor, and he did absolutely nothing. He stood by. And I know firsthand because me and my team was out there, and we were pushing for police reform and justice because, although, nobody's perfect, but that man should have had his day in court. But the fact that he stood on his fingers and let that happen is probably going to come into play whenever the election cycle gets a little closer. They got a primary coming up, or the nomination process coming up, and I think all of that stuff will come into play. But God bless them.
All right.
Okay.
Joe, do you have any plans to run for office again?
Not in the near future. I actually took a step back because I am a father, and I do run a government contracting company, and I sit on the board of some other companies. We did a really good job when I ran for Congress against Maxine Waters. We raised $10.6 million. We gave a lot back to the community, 300,000 pounds of food back to the community. We did a lot of job fairs. I hired a lot of people in the community. We advocated for a lot of things that were important to the people in the community. We actually did our best to show the Republican Party how to align themselves with the Black community and how they approach the Black community without giving that whole pull yourself up by your bootstrap garbage that they like to talk in, and actually get down on a level where people can understand. So I think that we did a really, really good job. I still do a lot of fundraising for the candidates that I like, the ones that I like. And maybe in the future we'll see what's up. But right now, it's the party of old men. We need to get a lot of the old politicians out and get more young people in, both on the Democratic and Republican side.
I agree with that.
Love that,
Appreciate you,
that, man. Thanks a lot, Joe, man. Appreciate you joining us, brother, man. Come back anytime.
Joe with the good soup.
Yeah. I really got you on lockdown,
Come on.
but I got the master key.
Shout out to K&G.
Why you like that, man? Go ahead and move into some TSR great debate topics, y'all. Let's get it.
Okay, yes. And checking in now to discuss the Walt's impact and another crazy week in politics is culture and political commentator, somebody I love on reality TV, Dr. Wendy Osefo. Hey, Wendy. Dr. Wendy.
How are you? I know that's right. Come on, Dr. Wendy.
Come on.
What's up, doctor?
How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. How about you guys?
We're good. You look amazing, but we want to tap in with you because I need to know what you think about Kamala Harris's VP pick this week.
You know, I think that Waltz is a good pick and he's a safe pick. I think that the strategy when you're looking at picking your VP is to pick someone who will compensate for everywhere you're weak. And that's the game plan, meaning Kamala Harris speaks really to a certain base where Waltz speaks to that middle America base. I mean, Waltz was once endorsed by the NRA, even though he denounced them after a series of mass shootings. You know, Waltz is even someone that, even though he is a Democrat, Donald Trump, when he was in office, actually appointed him to his board of governors. So Waltz is able to bring in those voters in which Kamala Harris may not traditionally attract. And that's why I think that he was a safe pick. She could have also gone deeper, quote unquote, into her candidate bag and pick someone more so on the left. But I think that he is really centered and he's safe. And also what I think makes Waltz a great pick is because he will not overshadow her. When you think of the Democratic Party, you have to think of a candidate that is good enough to be VP, but we don't want somebody that we're wasting a pick, meaning, wow, this person could potentially be the next president in 8 years. So you don't want to pick someone who may have presidential aspirations, so to speak, but someone who's okay where they are and will still be able to be a strong component to your current presidential pick.
Oh, well said. Well said. All right, Dr. Wendy, as you see, Trump has agreed to the ABC debate, but do you think he'll show up?
At this point, it seems like everything that Donald Trump and his cronies do is all about making a moment. I mean, even when he said he would show up, he said it sort of like tongue in cheek. So I don't know. I think that if he wants any chance at potentially getting any electoral votes in this election, he needs to show up. And if he doesn't show up, the narrative is going to automatically spin that he's afraid of Kamala Harris, that he doesn't think he can debate her, that he is not a formidable opponent. So it would be in his best interest to show up. But not only does he need to show up, he needs to show out, because right now he is down in the polls. Right now, all of his rallies have less people than the rallies that you see with the Harris-Waltz campaign. So he needs to make a big effort if he has any chance of potentially winning this in 2024.
All right, Dr. Wendy, I got to ask you, what are your thoughts on JD Vance walking up on Kamala's plane on that time?
Listen, let me tell you something. I'm all for political, sparring. I'm all for, making your opponent, quote unquote, feel like who knows what's next. But I feel like that was a little bit too much. I don't feel like that was the best political move. And just outside politics, you don't walk up on nobody. Like, that's not what you do. And I like that. And I'll be very honest with you. I feel like there is always this level of disrespect when you have candidates that are candidates of color. There's a level of disrespect when you have candidates that are women. It's almost like you cannot do that to your white male counterparts, but it's okay for you to walk up on a Black woman. No, that's not okay. That's unprofessional. Like, if this was a normal 9 to 5, HR is calling you into the office. So what makes you think you can do that. Like, no, you cannot do that. And I think that it's high time that people stop disrespecting Kamala Harris. Like, stop playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
Now, Dr. Wendy, you were at the White House recently. Can you talk to us about your visit?
Oh, okay. So
What
I got an invite to come to the White House, and it was a very monumental time. I had a few sit downs with some high elected officials, and you guys will see all of that play out on season 2 of the Dr. Wendy show. But it was a good conversation. I think it's really important for, especially since it's an election year, for us to start having honest conversations with our elected officials about not only what they're willing to do for not just communities of color, but in general, like, what are you going to do? How are you going to change the trajectory? The truth of the matter is, come November 5th, our elected officials, not just in the presidential election, but also local elections, are asking us as citizens to come out and vote for them. So they're basically asking us to do something for them. It's time for us to say, what are you going to do for us? I'm going to come out for you on November 5th. I'm going to bring my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, and we're all going to rally for you on November 5th. But what promises are you going to do for us? And I think that those conversations need to start happening because, yes, we all want to support people who will make our lives better, but we need to know in great detail, how are you going to make our lives better? I need you to be very specific.
Yeah.
Right. It's time to get those plans in motion and not wait to the last minute, as some of us tend to do. But Dr. Wendy, thank you so much for joining us. And we can't wait to see season 2 of your show.
Thank you so much for having me. Talk to you guys soon.
Yes.
Later. Oh man, that was great, man. Dr. Wendy's great.
I love her.
Yeah, very great. All right, let's go ahead though. Let's do this. This is one of my favorite parts too, man. Let's hop into our first great debate of the night. Kiki and Zach, let me go and ask you. When you first start dating somebody, what is a deal breaker for you? Which one is that?
Oh, it's a few. It's a lot of deal breakers.
Where you want me to start?
Right. Like, you, first of all, no job is non-negotiable.
Okay.
It's a lot of opportunities out here. I mean, you could do a lot of things. You could be a stripper. You can go drive Uber Eats. You could do a lot of, everybody's hiring. So don't come to me if you don't have a job. Deal breaker number 1.
Okay. I'll go. Number 2 would be cigarettes. If I see you fire up, if you just turn around and fire up anything, if you hit a square before we go out, I'm done. This is over. I don't care how far.
You don't know what she been through.
She can't just be like.
You don't know what she been through, Zay.
Especially if she hit it twice when it's cold outside and flick it. No, man. I don't care. If you smoke cigarettes, I can't do it.
Oh my God. Tom, what's the deal breaker for you?
Oh man, the cigarettes is probably what you know, but I mean that. Ladies, get your mean ass out of here, man. If you are a mean woman, like, and you're mean to people, like, especially like we go out, a waitress, a waiter, bartender, like, what's taking so long with my drink? That one's tough for you.
That's tough for you.
Yeah, so
go ahead, Kiki, hit us again.
I just want to know, how many baby daddies can a girl have before y'all it's a deal breaker? I'm a one baby daddy-er. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I understand. I will date a woman with children.
Okay.
You know, with a child. You know what I'm saying? But if you got, I'm a one baby daddy.
Limit.
If you got 2 baby daddies, you're not for me. I'm not saying that you any less than or anything. I don't like get mad at me. But if you got 2 baby daddies, I can't.
Okay.
I can't. Nah.
I'm cool. I ain't got no limit. That's proof of you got multiple baby daddies. That means you got sunshine down there. That's proof. It's good.
Oh my God.
People are staying in there. They're like, I don't care what happens. This is so good. I'm gonna just stay right here.
That's proof of concept right there.
You want some miles on that cat? I'm probably well.
Yeah, he just said, hey, that's just an A rating.
How many baby mamas is too much for you?
You know, at this point in my life, I don't want to deal with nobody's baby mama.
Oh, wow.
At all. Not even one?
No.
Kiki, everybody got one.
I know. It's hard out here. And it really is tough. I just don't want to deal with them. Because y'all don't do the right things with your baby mamas. Like, y'all don't put them in a nice little order and make everybody get along. Y'all messy. So
I want to pull up this comment right here. Monique 69 Ways Johnson. That's a freaky name. But look, what if the baby daddy's not in the picture?
Exactly.
Let me tell you something.
They can always.
That's more reason for me to run the other way. Why aren't they there? What have you done to these two men that they have decided to abandon their child? No, I would rather, if you did have two, I would want them to be active fathers.
Right.
I don't want the ones that means you pig bad.
Yeah.
And that's more responsibility for you.
No,
you gonna step in where the baby daddy's lack.
And that's another thing, because I got one.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I deal with a woman with two baby daddies or two kids, now we a family of 5.
Ooh.
Off rip. I had one child, now a family of 5. Now I'm driving a minivan.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
a lot.
So that's tough.
a lot.
That's tough.
That's
for
tough.
me.
That's tough.
Well, any more deal breakers, fellas?
If you wear
What y'all wanna say?
natural deodorant,
What's
ladies,
wrong?
some stuff is worth risking life for.
Oh,
No.
okay.
That's
You
what
just
they-
wanted to die.
I
No,
like
I don't want you to. No, I dated a woman that wore natural deodorant. I promise you, she got musty at the end of the day, bro. She got musty, and like a musty, you can never unsee or unsmell a musty ass woman, bro. I'm just telling you.
Facts.
First of all, some of the women that I like, I love them women that had the little dreads that come down and they be real pretty. A lot of them are woke, and a lot of them wear natural deodorant.
Okay.
Okay, and they fine tone. So you really sleep on a good section of women that you missing out.
So you okay with a little funk?
No, just because you got natural deodorant don't mean you funky.
Well, he said musty, and you brought in locks. So I'm trying to figure out who's
No,
thinking.
I was just talking about the natural deodorant.
Oh,
It's
okay.
some women who got a natural good scent.
That's true.
And they got that good natural deodorant.
Until the sun hits some humidity. Okay, man.
Wow.
We got something to talk about a TikTok challenge, don't we?
Yes, we do. There is a new TikTok challenge, and everybody is taking it. It's called the "Give Me My Money" challenge. Okay, let's check it out.
Give me my money. Yeah. Just give me my money. Yeah. Get my money.
Hey, ready?
Are you starting?
Okay. Give me my money.
Okay. Give me my money.
Give me my money. No claps. This is bullshit. I don't get it.
Give me my money.
Yay!
Give me my money.
Yay! Give me my money.
Give me my money. Give me my money. All right, y'all got me.
That's good. That's good, man. And speaking of Will Smith, you know, the music industry is buzzing right now. The word on the street is Big Willie is preparing to drop his first album since 2005.
Yes.
Now, I want to ask y'all,
Yes.
Oh my God.
is Will Smith too old and rich for hip hop? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
I love Will Smith. I'm here for whatever Will want to drop. Okay, Will is still looking good. He's still putting out good movies. Let that man be creative. You know, he need a break from Jada, and he want to get out in the studio.
Oh, that's terrible.
Listen, let that man create, so he not out here slapping nobody.
What? You are throwing shots and shade everywhere. What are you doing, Kiki? I don't look. Only thing I don't want Will Smith to do is be on the same chart as Boss Man D-Lo. That's not cool. I just think we need to have something for older rappers because he's gonna get thrown into somebody's new hip hop play. Imagine when Boss Man D-Lo drops a record on Apple and Spotify's new music, and then the new Will Smith come on after that. That's nuts, bro.
I just want to know.
That's like LL too, bro.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah, all
LL caught a stray.
No, I'm just saying
You wrong.
they should not be on the same in the Apple Music chart. Boss Man D-Lo, new Future, new Drake, and then here come the new Will and new LL. I don't know.
LL got a song with Sweetie. It might go hard. Y'all just can't put
Kiki.
the people that created hip hop out the way. Like they just
They need
Why?
their own joint. They need their own chart. They need their own, they need
that's
that
wrong.
over there.
Y'all let Big Willie live, but
Thank you.
here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. I'm full. Will Smith can rap all he want, man. I
Yes.
just want to know what he rapping about, okay? Because if he start doing that song like he did at the BET Awards, you know, He had that. It sounded like positive. The beginning of hip hop, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It was so positive. It was like, because you need a second chance in life, my brother. Just pick up and put on your. You can do it again, my brother. You can do it, black man, because you a black man. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that schoolhouse rock rap.
Oh my God. Y'all need some positive rap.
He sound like a Christian rapper.
So you said Christian rap is bad?
What's wrong with Christian rap?
Okay. All right. For a long time, Christian rap missed. And it was because people thought that Christian rap was good just because it was very positive and you were saying things about God that you couldn't critique it and actually be good songs. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
No.
But it has developed, and now there's some Christian rap out there that slaps. So
Shout out Lecrae. Shout out Lecrae. What up, dude? What's good?
Don't do that.
I ain't ready for it. I ain't ready for it.
You going to hell.
The blood of Jesus is on my back.
Yes.
I'm cool.
I know you can make it.
There need to be some.
Why y'all?
I'm ready for Will.
I need some slander in my rap. I need I want my rap with some crime. I need
drugs.
Maybe they just need harder beats. You know what I'm saying? I need some Boss Man D-Lo beats.
Zach.
You know what I'm saying? If a Christian rapper get on some Boss Man D-Lo beats, I might rock with it. Instead of Mr. Pot Scraper, Mr. Christ Saver or something like that.
What?
Yes.
I listen to that.
All right, man. Hey, speaking of music, man, Drake just dropped several tracks and behind-the-scene footage on a secret Instagram page featuring Young Thug, 21 Savage, and Rihanna. He also gave the stories that inspired his songs like Hotline Bling and Too Good. Now, I want to ask you guys this. Can Drake make a comeback? And then why you think he posted the Rihanna throwback and bringing up Serena Williams?
Drake can come back. Okay. Let's just put that out there. Drake can make a comeback. Why he keep bothering Rihanna and Serena, I don't know. But they must got some good box, because if your ex is that obsessed with you, all these years later, after he got beat in a rap battle, he's still talking about you. Like, Drake, we got bigger fish to fry than right now. Leave Serena and her family alone. Didn't Kendrick tell you the first time? So I just want Drake to focus on other things, but I think he can absolutely make a comeback. Yes.
Shout out to the roomies too, man. These comments are funny as hell.
Man, they got a chocolate shortcake. Okay, the main, what's that say? The Neiman show said that girl had a curfew. That's why her hotline was blinking. Oh
my God.
Of course.
A minor.
No, Drake is just a sampler, bro. That's why people mad. He sampled your girl and then he give her back. Look at what it says on this plane. Chances are she's on board. That dude, like we talked about last week.
Go ahead, defend the light skin.
Come on.
No, I'm just saying we talked about last week, right? And I said, hey, Drake got to rap his face off. And you made fun of me. No, he's a singer. He can sing, but his talent is very, very toxic bars. The women like to hear him talk toxic. So when you see him drop these records on his secret Instagram page, man, he's coming with those bars where you like, wait a minute, did he say? And you going back and listen to it again and go back and listen to it again. That's what we looking for. Then you hit us with the singing stuff. He gonna be fine. He got his ass kicked, but it's fine. He's gonna make music. He's still, and I know this is gonna make Kendrick people mad. It doesn't matter. He is still a bigger artist. Nas, Nas is the homie. I hate to bring this up. Nas kicked Jay-Z ass in that beat, but Jay-Z is still a bigger artist. It doesn't mean anybody's a bad artist. It doesn't mean that Jay-Z or Nas can't make better records coming after that beat. They'll be fine.
It was no, but this was an ass whooping. This was a smacking. Let me tell you something. This was not the same thing. Jay-Z had some good records against Nas that had people questioning, where it was more of a debate. This is one-sided. Everybody know Kendrick won with Not Like Us. Okay, Kendrick made the biggest record of his career on Drake. Okay, and until this record dies down, if I was Drake, I would lay low musically. I would.
Stop playing,
I would
bro.
lay low.
No,
I'm not saying he can't come back.
no.
He definitely come back because he's Drake.
He's a bigger artist, bro. When he drops the record, when he drops the album,
he's not even rolling the songs out. He just threw out the hard drive.
He
just,
did.
just everything.
This is
7 songs.
And he announced a joint project. So he about to take somebody else down with him.
No, this is man. Y'all bogus, man. Why y'all like this.
Party
man.
next door, like, why you bring me in this? Okay, leave me over there, child.
And I got an album with Party Next
No,
Door.
you don't.
21 Savage and Kiki and Tone.
Don't put me on the album, baby. Not right now. Not right now. They playing Not Like Us at the graduation, Stone. What are we supposed to do with that? You know when a song make it to the graduation, baby. It's never dying.
It's
never.
I am. Look.
They didn't replace I Believe I Could Fly.
Okay.
With,
all right.
Now,
Not
I believe,
Like Us.
yes, we all graduated to I Believe I Could Fly. We did.
Yeah,
Now
so-
it's They Not Like Us.
Yeah.
I hate you, both of you right now. I am telling you, watch this when he drops the album. And I'm not trying to be a light skinned, like apologies, like, yo, but I'm just saying, Drake is going to drop his record and it's going to do what it's supposed to do. Not Like Us is a classic, flat out classic. Drake can stay away from beef, stay away from all the other stuff, and do what he does.
I just
Make
said wait a little
records.
bit. I just said wait.
Yeah, he gonna come
He
back.
can
I said
come
he
back. Just wait.
Okay.
Just not today.
Not
All right.
tonight.
All right, man. All right, cool. All right, let's get out of here, man. I want to talk some Olympics, man.
All right, let's talk Olympics.
Let's talk a little Olympics, man. Team USA crossed the 100 medal threshold, and Team USA leads with 100 medals, followed by China with 72, and France coming in third with 53 medals. Now, the United States also leads in gold medals with 30 and counting. And my favorite was today. That's right. Team USA men's basketball beat Serbia 95-91, which was an absolute thriller. I'm talking a classic game on both sides of the ball. The guys came back from 17 down. LeBron looks amazing playing. It just probably one of the better basketball games I've seen in a long time, man. I'm really enjoying USA basketball.
It should be. Everybody and their mama on the team. But
You a hater.
the real talk from the 2024 Olympics is coming from the Olympians on TikTok. The Olympic Village life is popping, they say, from the living conditions to the dining hall. The Olympic Village, that's where most of the athletes stay. And many of them are posting their experiences, showing off the rooms, talking about the free healthcare to the cardboard furniture. Now, that's crazy to have Olympians on some cardboard furniture. But check out what women's long jump gold medalist Tara Davis Woodhall had to say about her closet space.
Olympic Village struggle part 773,400 bajillion. These here are closets. I have to play Bob the Builder every single day to fix my closet. I'm so... Nothing works. This shit looks like it's a Leaning Tower of Pisa. I literally just fixed it and I can't even talk anymore. I'm done. I'm just gonna pack my stuff in my suitcase at this point. I'm actually stressed. It's actually just pissed me off.
You could tell she ain't never lived in the hood before. God bless.
But I ain't gonna lie, that looked bad. I've seen better jail cells. Yeah, these new jail cells. Have you seen the new guys in jail that got phones? They be having flat screens in there.
Yeah,
they be making food. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They got air fryers.
Now, I dated women that play sports, and it's probably just falling apart because she got strong hands. I mean, that's probably, she can't got no touch on that. She tearing it up. Just
She's too strong.
She's too strong.
You a wild dude.
No,
I'm just saying, them strong ass hands, man.
No, that ain't right.
What do you mean? They athletes. They gotta have strong hands.
I listen. I have lived in them conditions before, so sis, you will make it. You will be all right. You and your box braids gonna be just fine. However, this is not right for our Olympians to be living like this.
That is bad.
These influencers are going on better trips with the lip gloss company, out the country, and you send our people over to Paris.
Look
to
at
live
that
this.
mattress. Look at that mattress. That ain't even the mattress. That's
Yeah,
Come
that's
on, man.
crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. That is crazy.
That's
But
crazy.
you see, she still got strong hands.
Oh my God.
Jesus
Can I
Christ.
say,
All right,
y'all?
Let's talk about this, man. This time around, it seems the food favorite in the Olympics is the dining hall. In the dining hall, everybody's loving the chocolate muffins. Take a look at this.
Okay, y'all. The ultimate reveal of this chocolate muffin. I don't like chocolate. That's why I had no desire to try it. But my teammate said the same thing. She doesn't like chocolate, but she loved this. So let's see. Bruh. It's literally so moist and soft. and delicious and sweet. Oh, I think it's the moistness. Oh my God. It's the moistness in the inside that's making it so good. Hold on.
That's what the ladies call me. Little chocolate muffin, moist,
Zach.
sweet, and soft in the inside. That's what the ladies call me. They be like, look at that little chocolate muffin. He's so
Little chocolate
sweet.
muffin is hilarious.
That's what the ladies call me.
They call,
Oh,
they
little
call you
chocolate.
chocolate.
They call me little chocolate muffin.
What kind of cougars and baby boomers is you dating? Okay. Chocolate muffin. I don't know.
Stay out of my class of ladies, Zach.
Right.
My bad. Leave my ladies alone, bro. Oh my goodness, man. But do you think though it's acceptable, guys? You think that's acceptable conditions for our Olympians? Now you said they even been posting about like when the Chinese Olympians win, let me get it right. They're getting lifetime housing along with like lifetime food.
$700,000
Crazy,
for the gold
something
medals.
crazy. Do you think? I mean, do we have to step it up on the U.S. side of things?
Yes.
Yeah, we gotta do better.
She liked that chocolate muffin though.
She loved that.
You know.
That was sexual. I don't care what nobody.
Oh my God.
It was moist on the inside.
That's what they say about me.
Nobody's saying that.
Funny is saying.
And you over here co-signing this mess anyway.
Oh man! All right, man. Let's go ahead. Join us now to chop it up about this season of College Hill on BET. Is the very talented Claudia Jordan. What's up?
What's going on? How y'all doing?
Good.
What's up? What's up?
What's happening? Now, Claudia, go and tell us that. How did you like going to a HBCU?
You know what? It made me regret not going to one when I had a choice to go to school. I went to a predominantly white university, and it's apples and oranges. Like I feel like I missed out on a whole bunch, you know, because they're not really, they don't really care about prioritizing any of our history. So, and it was just fun and lit, and you just have the whole experience, you know. Like I feel like I had the potato salad with raisins versions of college versus what this would have been. You know, it would have been so much better. And I wish I could go back in time and go back. I really do.
Now, a big part of going to college is obviously who you go with, like the people that you spend the time with. So who did you like studying with the most on the show, and who did you like studying with the least this season?
Okay, the most, I'll say Carlos and Angela, and the least, only because he wasn't there, would be Saucy, because he was at the club smoking hookah and having fun while we was at work. But, you know, he had a good time, and I really got to know him a lot better on this show. I will say this. You know, a lot of times celebs, we see each other and we in passing, and we know what we know from like headlines or gossip or whatever, but we got to really know each other, and like it was super dope for that way, like misunderstandings that we may have had in the past. So at the end, it was like all love. Like our season was way different than the season before ours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, nobody got stole on.
Right.
Hold on, that's what happened.
All right, Claudia, I went to a HBCU, so I know exactly all about the HBCU experience. I went to the Tennessee State University. They always hate on me when I say that.
Why did you like that? What happened? You talk about it a lot.
I talk about it a lot because I'm proud. You know what I'm saying? It's a sense of pride you have when you go to a HBCU. And I know you said you just mentioned earlier you went to a PWI.
Yeah.
From a PWI perspective, what do you think is the biggest difference between the two?
Well, I'm a lot older than you guys, so I was in college in the 1900s, right? So when I was
you ain't older than Tom.
What's coming?
You ain't older than him.
No,
You know he went to college in the 18th.
I'm 51. How old are you, Tom?
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
What we talking about, Claudia? What we talking about?
How old are you?
Mind your business, lady. Now, come on, we're talking about
I used to now. Come on. Well, the difference was like I was in school in 91, 92, 93, right? The Rodney King verdict came out. That's before some of y'all were probably even born. So I was real active, always wanted to be an activist in the Black Student Alliance. When you do that at a predominantly white school, not only do you have the outside world and Klan members calling your phone, threatening you, you don't think you have as much support in your school. So we was only like 50 or 60 of us in my entire school. So I didn't feel like, it felt scarier. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really know if it was a student that called and made those threats on my phone, if it was like a Klan member. Like my life was threatened after standing up and making comments about the verdict in the Rodney King trial, or the trial of the police officers. So it was like a lot going on back then. So I just know it wouldn't have been the same vibe or the same environment at a HBC. Yeah. You know, and I want to just say this, and I know like I'm being real serious in this, but it's something I care about. We as Black folks, we have to stop thinking our stuff is less than, you know, like if it's like Black neighborhoods, Black schools are not as good. Like we, like a lot of times value the white institutions, you know, the white award shows. And I just want to say, like, I feel like Xavier University was top notch with the education. You know, they produced some Black doctors. Like it was difficult. It was hard, and we're grown and we struggled. It was very, very hard. And much respect to the school. Like that, if you come out of that school with good grades, you are brilliant or you're a hard worker.
There it is. Come on now. I've been trying to tell these knuckleheads that.
I went to one for a year.
Yeah, you went right to the white folks. Just ran straight to them.
Oh God.
Shout out Alabama A&M.
Okay, I went to a real HBCU. Shout out to Illinois Media School. Now, Claudia, we saw you posted a picture, probably from your college days. It was you, I think Carly Red, and Mimi. Yeah. You know, journey through your career. Y'all look, first of all, just look amazing, honey. Then and now. But what would you say to the Claudia that's in that photo? What advice would you give your young self?
I will say I waited to believe in myself then. Like I waited too long to come into my own. Like I cared too much about what other people thought. I was insecure, like most 20-something-year-olds. I think we were like 23, 24 right there in LA. So I would just say that you're enough and not to doubt yourself. I feel like we do that a lot. And a lot of times we defer things. Well, I'll be happy when I get this. I want to get this house. I want to get this marriage. But like, more, you know what I mean? I feel like we defer our happiness. And I'd be more in the moment because now at this age, I'm on the other side of halfway through life. You know, I got to look at it like that. Like I'm in the end of the third. I'm in the third quarter right now. You know. Yeah.
Okay, but you killing it. I call you Claudia. Keep a job, Jordan. What's been your favorite job in your career so far? Because you've done a lot: reality TV, hosting, modeling.
Honestly, I loved doing the radio. I love being on the radio, really not necessarily with the cameras. Like you would think it'd be, I think the cameras is more for my ego, like how I look and what it's looking like. But when you just have your eyes closed and listening to someone on the radio, I feel like you can really be you. You know what I mean? And Tone, you know this, with doing the radio, you can really let loose without having your posture and be a certain way. And I just feel like that's where I shine. So I will say when I did the Jamie Foxx show, Foxhole on satellite radio, we were before the Breakfast Club, before, you know, Joe Budden show, and we were like the urban version of the Howard Stern show. We were very inappropriate. We would get canceled for stuff we said back then, but it was so free because comedy was different back then. And y'all know, like you can't even say anything now. You can't even say, you know, fat. You can't say short. You got to say vertically challenged. Like everything's like a thing, you know. And back then we could just lay it all out there and play with dozens. Like that's what the old folks call it. But you know, we would go in on each other and nobody would get sensitive. And now I feel like a lot of the fun has been taken out of entertainment. Like I feel like I can't do anything anymore. You know?
Yeah. I wanted to point to that picture too, that just so that the younger members of the pod see that there was no fake eyelashes in there, man. He said no BBLs. That's 90s fine right there. Now look, I was around in the 90s for 90s fine. Now let's go ahead and I hate when y'all laugh at my oldness. Hey man, what's next for you, Claudia? What's good?
I've been pitching some shows. I put together, I have a game show that I created. I wrote a play. I funded it. I put it on the road. I'm going to do more cities. I have 2 movies coming out. One's called Do It for the Gram, which is like I'm the true lead. I had to go through all the emotions. I really got to grow in this role and really show something. And also one called Trope. It's a horror film. So Black folks in horror films. And I think you're going to really like it. That should be out this fall. And I have cosmetics line that we sell these cosmetics and just out here. I just became a deputy out here in Dallas. So I'm registering people to vote. We're having all kinds of voter registration drives. I'm doing stuff in the community. I have a new nonprofit called Rising Phoenix. And, you know, we do a prom project where we like are dressing young men and young women in high school that can't afford to go to prom from head to toe. I
love that.
I just want to do more stuff in the community. And I really like that political space. So I'm working on putting together a political show right now.
We're cheering you on, Queen. And I gotta ask you this though: would you ever go back to Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Whoa,
Claudia, we had a time when you were on there.
Knowing what I know now, yeah, I'd be better equipped. I was green in the reality show game. I did reality, but I did like Celebrity Apprentice. You know, like that's not the same as Housewives. And I didn't really watch it that much before I did it, so I didn't know this one didn't like that one. Like I knew very little about it. But now, like I have more going on. I know when someone's just trying to hijack the scene. I know when people do antics for the show, like with who they're dating or what house they're in and all that fake stuff that people be doing. So I would be able to be more. I was just green and thrown in there, like not really knowing what it was. But I would, I'm trying to actually create something here in Dallas because my crew here in Dallas is. I think they need to be on television, and they're all their wealth on their own, not by marrying it. Like my friends all are business owners and like really, really doing it big. So
they single? Okay. Do they like short, dark skin?
Do they like chocolate muffins?
Little chocolate muffins.
Well, the dating scene. Listen, they'll take someone with a pulse at this point because the dating scene is straight up trash. That amount of days of these. Shoot. Yeah. That's a whole conversation.
Tell them.
He got a job in all his real teeth, girl.
Yes.
So
tell them
come get this chocolate muffin.
Tell them cougars.
Oh man, Claudia, thanks so much for joining us. Come back anytime. We appreciate you.
This was a very pleasant and clean interview. I was like, I was bracing myself like they about to get me. So
no, we cool.
We do that the next time you come.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And College Show, go ahead and check it out on BET Plus. It's a great season, and it's a reality show you can be proud of. And you can also watch it with your parents and watch it with your kids. Like it's not going to be embarrassing. So thank you for that.
It is.
Dope. Love.
Thanks, Claudia.
All right, y'all. That'll do it, man. Another show in the bank. That's right, roommates. We'll be back next week with more Shade Room headlines, debates, and of course, your trending topics.
And if you have something you want us to talk about, just hit us up, man, and we'll definitely put you on TSR Live.
That's right. See you next week, friends.
That's right. Remember, make sure you represent the culture with excellence. We'll holler at you.